Hey everybody, Jimmy Eats here. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I want to start off with telling you a story about a guy named Philippe Mathieu. At least I think that's how you say it. He was a French dude, lived in LA. I know, it sounds silly, right? Well, back in 1908, Philippe started a restaurant. It was a sandwich shop. And this guy made all kinds of different sandwiches, from roast beef sandwiches to pastrami, ham and cheese, who knows, everything. And one day, while he was working, about 10 years into the business, about 1918 or so, a guy came in a really big hurry. Well, the guy rushed him so fast. He just ordered a roast beef sandwich, and he rushed him so fast that when he was ready to wrap it up, he accidentally dropped it right into some juice, into the roast beef juice, as a matter of fact. Well, the guy didn't care. He wanted his sandwich because he was in such a hurry. So he wrapped it up, and out the door he went. Amazing enough, the very next day, the same guy came back saying how good that sandwich was. It was amazing. Ordered another one just like it. Next thing you know, another person came, and another person came, and another person came. They all wanted it that way, dipped into that au jus. And surprisingly enough, that's how the French dip started. So if that's not a true story, please comment below and give me some more info. This is a story I heard, and this is a story I'm telling. So that's my next project on this Blackstone tonight. Stay tuned. We're going to show you how it's done. Be right back. Okay, everybody. I got the Blackstone heating up. I got this side on super high, because I'm going to make my au jus right here in this pot. This side I got on low just to keep it kind of warm, because I'm going to make the sandwich, probably the bun on this side and the sandwich towards the middle. So to start the au jus, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this beef broth. I got a can of beef broth here. I'm going to put that in first, the whole thing. Okay, and then I got a can of Savory brown gravy, home style Heinz gravy. What I'm going to do with this is put about half of this jar in here with it. I'm just going to measure by eye. It gives really good flavor this way. I personally like it this way the best. I'd say that's about half. I like that gravy. And then I'm going to put in 1 packet of this beefy onion recipe. It's like a, Lipton onion soup, but it's a beefy flavor because I want it to be a beefy au jus. Put that in with it. 1 package. Okay, so I'm going to bring this to a boil. I'm going to stir it periodically as that goes. Once it gets to a boil, I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm going to build my sandwich, and then we're going to use the au jus to dip in. So, if you give me a little bit, let this boil. It should take 3 or 4 minutes. I'll be back with you in just a little bit while this comes to boil. No sense in watching water boil. So, give me a minute. We'll be back in just a few. Right. We almost have our au jus to a small boil. I can see it starting to turn. I put the lid cover on top just to contain some of that heat to get that process going. Now we're getting to the point where I want to toast my rolls, or my buns, if you like to say it that way. I did pre-butter them, and we're just going to slap them on here and get a little crisp on the top, on the bottom, excuse me. Just like this. It won't take long. The Blackstone is pretty hot. I do have this side on a low, but it won't take long. Okay, while that's going, what I'm going to do, there's the boil. It's just starting to boil now. I'm going to stir it a little bit. Let it come to a little bit heavier boil. And then we're going to take this seasoned roast beef, Angus beef. It's made from beef top round. I got it from Sam's Club. Really good deli style roast beef. It's in a package, but it's like from the deli. Really good stuff. That's what it looks like. Looks amazing. What I want to do is, now that this is coming to a boil, which is just starting a little bit, I'm going to give it another second here. We're going to put this roast beef inside the au jus and let it soak in there for just a couple, 3 minutes. Then after that, I'm gonna set it on the Blackstone. I'm gonna put some cheese on top and get it melted down. Then we're gonna build our sandwich. So with that being said, I see the boil happening now. I'm gonna take off this. I'm gonna kick the heat down to a low. Stir it up a little bit. Make sure it don't burn on the bottom, which it won't. Okay, now I'm gonna put this roast beef in, just little bits at a time. I wanna make sure it soaks real well. I got quite a bit of roast beef. I got 2 sandwiches gonna happen, so I like them big and thick because I'm Jimmy Eats. That's how I roll. So keep putting this in here until I think I got enough. I think I'll probably use all of this. Filling her up pretty good. All right, one more. There we go. All right, so stir it around just a little bit. Make sure it gets all the way underneath and soaked into that au jus. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit there while I take the buns off and get that ready to go. So now I'm gonna pick up these buns. I think they're probably pretty close to toasted. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's just how I like them. Perfect. And then the same with this one. Oh yeah, looks good. So buns are ready to roll. Make sure I got them the right way. Just like so. All right, so now what I want to do, this is boiling in there, soaking real well. I'm going to take my tongs, I'm going to take it out, going to get it up here on the Blackstone, and I'm going to put some Swiss cheese that I have. I'm going to put over top and let it melt just for a few minutes. So let's do that. Try to keep it the shape of my bun. That way I know it'll fit. There's one sandwich. Try to spread it out a little bit so it's even, best I can. Just like that. Looks like all of it. And now for the cheese. Swiss cheese on top. I like mine cheesy, so 2 slices will be great. Give that a second. What I'm gonna do while I'm waiting for that is I'm gonna pour some of this au jus right into this bowl because I'm gonna use it to dip with. Dip my sandwich right in it. It's gonna be amazing. Okay. Plenty of that. Get this over here. Okay. Now, I'm going to set this. I'll just set it here for now. Now, to speed up the melting process, I'm going to put this warmer over it. This lid. Just put a splash of water underneath there. It'll make things melt real quick that way. Easy enough. And then now we're going to build the sandwich. So take this off. Looking good. Go ahead and shut the burners all the way off. No more need for that. Actually, I'm going to use my spatula to put this on. One. And number 2. Boy, that looks really good. That's going to be amazing. I'm going to fold it down, cut them in half. I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to let it cool down just for a minute so I can cut it in half. Give me a minute. I'll let it cool down. I'll be right back to do that. We'll take a taste test. All right, I'll stick with cool down just for a few minutes. I love the looks of this sandwich. Nice close look at it. It looks amazing. That cheese is melted real good. Nice looking French dip. Okay, I got 2 sandwiches. I'm gonna go ahead and cut them in half. I'm gonna fold that over. I'm gonna slide this one out of the way a little bit. I'm gonna cut them at an angle. That way it's easy to dip that way into the au jus. And then I'm gonna cut this one as well. This way with it. All right, that was easy enough. Let's take a look at how it looks on the inside. I got juice flowing all around. Man, that's good. There we go. That French dip looks pretty awesome. Now for the taste test. Let's get this au jus up here so we can see what we're doing. I'm gonna start with this piece right here. Can't wait. Really excited. It's a fairly sloppy sandwich. It's soaked all the way into the bread, which is how it's supposed to be. I didn't dip the whole bread because I didn't want to get that messy, but it's just as good this way. So I'm gonna dip it in, take a taste. Wow. I love making my own au jus. Of course, it was still easy to make. It's better than that au jus mix that you use just from the packet. Doing it this way just gives it so much more flavor. Really good, easy to do. It's the same process. You just put this in it instead of that other stuff. Man, this is a great sandwich. Really good, really simple to make. It's been popular for over 100 years. It's 2019. First one was made in 1918. So over 100 years, this sandwich has been really popular. Give me some comments on this sandwich. Tell me what you think. Make it. It's easy to make. I don't really know what else to say except for I'm getting hungry. I can't stand looking at it without taking another bite. I'll tell you what, with that being said, I'm Jimmy Eats, and I tell you what, that's just what I'm going to do, everybody. I'm going to eat, because that's what I do. Thank you so much. Have a great night.